My name is Timoteo Diaz. I'm from South Phoenix. I lived across the street from this cemetery since I was a kid, and I'm not a kid anymore, you know. But I've been here all my life. I didn't start out as a 13-year-old saying I'm going to save a cemetery. I didn't even know, you know. Right now we're at Campo Santo Mexicano, which is a cemetery that's been here since over 140 years. It's in South Phoenix on the southeast corner of 12th Street and Broadway. As you can see behind me, there's no markings. Nobody knows it's here other than the people that lived in this area. We used to ride our horses over here, and we'd cut across through that field and go to this Salvation Army here to go swimming. So that's how we first kind of found out. We didn't know it was a cemetery. We just knew there was only 3 stones. When we first found out about it was when somebody came in with a bulldozer and tried to move those 3 stones. We stopped them, and then over the years that went by, we found out that there was actually 308 people buried here. And out of those 308 people, there's 167 babies that are buried here. And those babies, most of them died during the Spanish flu epidemic of 1918.
So what are we looking at here?
You're looking at the picture of a person having the wake at home, as opposed to having it at a church or a funeral parlor. They did this at home. And that's how they did it in those times. And more than likely it's because of the money issue. You know, and out of respect they did it at home. Gone to court, I would say, about 4 or 5 times with different developers that have bought the property. And I never got any support from the developers, but I did get support from the judges, you know. And the people who bought the property, the developers, their argument was that nobody uses the cemetery, it's abandoned, it's in disrepair. We're going to build houses on it and just, you know, make it go away. And my argument was that those dead Mexican people are still using it. So every time I went to court, the judge says, yeah, well, this kid's argument is better than yours. So yeah, he awarded in my favor every single time.
Maybe 2 years ago now, Carlos Garcia had actually approached us, and knowing the work of the Cihuapactli Collective, he knew that community members had been trying to leverage the fence and being active at the council meetings and with folks at the City of Phoenix and Trellis. He really thought that our work was in alignment with preserving the space here, acknowledging the ancestors, acknowledging the children that are resting here. Our overall commitment as the collective was first and foremost to honor the ancestors here, bring a fence, bring signage, bring recognition to those relatives that are resting here. On a larger scale is, you know, in speaking with circles and maybe certain circles and groups that could support with funding down the road. The smallest thing is just coming, supporting whenever we're here in community, tell a friend about the cemetery, show up to an event when we come to honor the ancestors, and sharing the stories of those elders that are now transitioning and passing, and we're losing a lot of their knowledge at this time.
Pioneer Cemetery Association is affiliated with the Pioneer Cemetery in downtown Phoenix. Now, when I first got a hold of them, they didn't even know this was here. When they found out, they were like, wow, you know, we need to back this guy up. We need to help him. We need to get him involved. And they did. They got really involved with us. And they're the ones who brought all this information to me. Mark and Frank Varios are the ones who gave us all this information we didn't have at all. So that with their help and with the help of a lot of the members there, we were able to compile a list. Paragraphs of people, how they passed, and you know where they lived at, you know what churches they went to. The fact is that there's 308 people buried here, and they're all Mexicanos. And there's the Pioneer Cemetery downtown that's dedicated to the pioneers of Phoenix, you know. Whereas these people were pioneers too, you know. They were here long before the city even started, you know. But yet look at what they have, you know, and this is all they have. Once we put that fence up, people will, when they drive by, they'll know. But then it'll spark their interest. They'll want to know who's buried here, and hopefully they'll find out, hey, that's my grandparents are buried there. You know, it'll give them information and spark their interest and make them want to come out here and find out.